Good morning. It's Thursday, April 18th, and 7 jurors were finally seated on Tuesday on the panel that will decide former President Trump's guilt or innocence in the New York hush money case. Now, the jurors, the prospective jurors, include 2 lawyers, a nurse, an IT consultant, and a teacher. And they don't say what the other 3 or 4 people are. And all have either said or implied that they can be fair and impartial. So a panel of 12 New Yorkers and 6 alternates will ultimately be chosen. So they've only got to go through, they need 11 more by my count to finish this task of selecting the jury. Now, Trump is charged with 34 felony counts of falsifying business records for his alleged role in a hush money scheme before the 2016 election. And I don't have to go through the details of that hush money scheme. I'm sure that all of you are aware of the name Stormy Daniels, and you know that she was given $130,000 to not talk about her affair with Donald Trump. Yesterday, Wednesday, the courtroom was dark, but jury selection begins again today with a brand new panel of 96 prospective jurors. So we took 96 and we got 7, and if we take another 96 and we get another 7, we'll still have 4 to go, and we'll get another 96 to get the final 4. And that's the way the system works. So I hope I brought you up to speed on that. I'm not sure anybody's really more than 50% interested, but I figured I'd get it off my chest before I go on to say something else. That something else deals with the situation in Israel, and the U.S. plans to impose new sanctions targeting Iran after its unprecedented barrage of aerial strikes on Israel over the weekend, most of which, as you all know, were intercepted. And this comes as Israel's war cabinet was meeting to discuss a potential response to Iran. So there are many out there that think that Israel won't respond to Iran in some way, shape, or form. I do not believe that's the case. I believe Israel will work on some response to the Iranian activities that limits damage to the civilian population and does severe damage to Iran's infrastructure in some way, shape, or form. Now, I'm not sure exactly what that could be, but they might take out their communication systems, or maybe they'll attack some electrical plant or something like that. I don't know. But I'm sure that Israel's defense cabinet, or whatever you want to call them, will figure out some way to try and hurt Iran severely without damaging the civilian population there. Not that I really care that much about the civilian population there. But if I look at it realistically, those people are probably being held in check by a totalitarian regime. Now, the Iranian president, Ebrahim Raisi, warned that the smallest action against Iran's interests would be met with severe, extensive, and painful responses. So he's got to say that. But I don't believe that Iran has the capability that China or North Korea has. What Iran has is a huge population for that part of the world. But I'm not sure that the population of Iran is particularly happy with their government. So maybe Israel should go on some kind of existential campaign that helps the population of Iran rise up against its government. That would be terrific instead of going in there and attacking in some way, shape, or form. But I don't think that's possible because I honestly believe that while the citizens of Iran are kept under the Iranian ruler's thumb, so to speak, I don't think those citizens have any friendly attitudes toward the Israelis. I believe that the Iranians are, like most of the other populations in that area, anti-Israel, anti-Jew, anti-Semitic, whatever way you want to call it. I believe that that's what exists in most of that region, if not 90% of the world. So I guess we have to scratch a propaganda campaign off the table as one methodology and seriously consider some other physical attack that will get Iran's attention without doing severe damage to their population. Israel has bombed several of their opponents' sites in the past. But rest assured, Israel won't be as brazen as Iran is in stating the fact that they intend to retaliate. Israel will let Iran linger in some false sense of security while it figures out the best way to harm that country's institutions. Beyond members of Israel's war cabinet, Prime Minister Netanyahu, Defense Minister Gallant, and Netanyahu's biggest rival, Benny Gantz, and more than a dozen other people have sat at a table deep inside the Kiryat, Israel's maximum security defense facilities in Tel Aviv, thrashing out their next move. So Israel has put together a team of many of their leaders to figure out how to respond to the behavior of Iran. And it won't be anything simple and straightforward that Iran will see coming. We will let Iran sit on a bed of nails, waiting for the strike that's about to come. And maybe we will use propaganda and other psychiatric methodologies to unnerve the Iranian leadership and the Iranian population. But this group is determined to restore a deterrence without going completely crazy over that fact. I'm not worried about Israel's counterattack. I think it will be splendid and forceful and create an atmosphere of fear amongst the Iranian leadership and the Iranian population, perhaps. That's the kind of thing that needs to be done. So I leave you with that this morning. Have a great day. Bye. Thank you.